The Scars Beneath the Surface, an extensive review into Catherine Cookson's The Girl. Catherine Cookson, known for her sprawling historical sagas and gritty depictions of working-class life in northern England, captivated millions with her evocative storytelling. Among her vast body of work, The Girl, 1977, is prominent as a potent exploration of societal prejudice, the enduring impact of traumatic experiences, and the tenacious spirit of a young woman fighting for her place in a world determined to marginalize her. This novel, a departure from some of Cookson's other more romantic storylines, delves into the complexities of psychological scars and the struggle for survival in a rigid and unforgiving social landscape. Set in the grim industrial backdrop of turn-of-the-century Tyneside, The Girl introduces Mary Ann Shaughnessy, a young woman haunted by a dark secret. At the age of 6, Mary Ann was brutally raped, an event that shattered her innocence and left her emotionally and psychologically scarred. This trauma forms the crux of the narrative, shaping Mary Ann's personality, driving her actions, and defining her relationships. Cookson doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of Mary Ann's experience, forcing the reader to confront the lasting consequences of such a devastating act. The immediate aftermath of the attack leaves Mary Ann withdrawn and traumatized. She struggles to articulate what happened, and the adults around her, grappling with their own ignorance and prejudice, fail to provide the support she desperately needs. Instead, the insinuation that it was Mary Ann alone who invited the attack, a common and damaging societal response, further isolates her and exacerbates her emotional distress. This early experience instills in her a profound distrust of men and a deep-seated sense of shame and self-blame. Growing up in a poverty-stricken environment compounds her challenges. The Shaughnessy family, struggling to make ends meet, lives in the shadow of the docks and shipyards, where life is precarious and opportunities are scarce. Her father, a hard-working but emotionally distant man, and her mother, perpetually burdened by the hardships of their existence, are ill-equipped to understand or address Mary Ann's psychological needs. The lack of understanding and support within her own family further isolates her and reinforces her sense of alienation. As she enters adolescence, her trauma continues to manifest in complex ways. She is wary of physical contact, struggles to form meaningful relationships, and often experiences flashbacks and nightmares. She develops a guarded and defensive persona, masking her vulnerability with a tough exterior. To protect herself, she adopts a survivalist attitude, relying on her wits and resourcefulness to navigate the harsh realities of her surroundings. The societal stigma surrounding sexual assault further complicates her journey. In the rigid and patriarchal society of the time, victims of sexual violence were often blamed and ostracized. The shame associated with the attack is internalized by her, contributing to her feelings of worthlessness and self-loathing. She fears exposure and the potential judgment of others, leading her to keep her secret hidden, further isolating her from the support she so desperately needs. However, amidst the darkness and despair, she possesses an unwavering spirit and a fierce determination to survive. She demonstrates remarkable resilience, refusing to be defined by her past. Her inner strength and determination are evident in her unwavering commitment to securing a better future for herself, challenging the limitations imposed upon her by her background and the prevailing societal attitudes. One of the key aspects of her journey is her pursuit of education and independence. Recognizing the limited opportunities available to working-class women, she dedicates herself to her studies, excelling in her academic pursuits. Education becomes her escape route, a means of transcending the limitations of her circumstances and achieving a measure of self-sufficiency. Her ambition and determination to improve her life stand in stark contrast to the apathy and resignation that pervade her community. As she progresses through her schooling, she encounters individuals who offer her support and encouragement. These relationships, though often fleeting, provide her with glimpses of hope and demonstrate the potential for connection and understanding. A kind teacher, a compassionate neighbor, or a supportive friend can make a significant difference in her life, offering her a sense of belonging and reinforcing her belief in her own potential. However, these supportive relationships are often juxtaposed with experiences of betrayal and exploitation. She encounters individuals who attempt to take advantage of her vulnerability, reinforcing her distrust of others and highlighting the pervasive dangers she faces as a young woman living in poverty. These challenges test her resilience and force her to constantly be on guard, further solidifying her defensive persona. Throughout the novel, Cookson explores the complex dynamics of power and control, particularly in the context of gender and social class. Mary Ann's experiences illustrate the vulnerability of working-class women in a society where they are often denied agency and subjected to exploitation. The novel also critiques the societal attitudes that perpetuate violence against women and silence victims of sexual assault. As she matures, she begins to confront her trauma and grapple with the emotional scars that have shaped her life. This process of healing is not linear or easy. She experiences setbacks and struggles, moments of despair and self-doubt. However, through self-reflection and a gradual willingness to trust others, she begins to unravel the layers of pain and shame that have bound her for so long. The process of finding healing also involves her facing her past and confronting the individual who assaulted her. This confrontation is not portrayed as a simplistic act of revenge or retribution. Instead, it serves as a catalyst for her to reclaim her power and assert her agency. By confronting her abuser, she begins to break free from the chains of her trauma and move towards a future defined by her own choices. Ultimately, The Girl is a story of survival, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. While the novel doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of Mary Ann's experiences, it also offers a message of hope and the possibility of healing. By the end of the novel, she has transformed from a traumatized and withdrawn young woman into a strong and independent individual who has overcome immense adversity. Cookson's unflinching portrayal of the impact of trauma and the societal challenges faced by working-class women makes The Girl a powerful and thought-provoking novel. While it is a challenging read, it is also a testament to the human capacity for resilience and the enduring power of hope. The novel serves as a reminder of the importance of understanding and supporting victims of sexual violence and challenging the societal attitudes that perpetuate such crimes. While The Girl is a product of its time and may contain elements that reflect the social attitudes of the era, its themes of trauma, resilience, and the struggle for self-determination still remain relevant today. The novel's enduring appeal lies in its honest and unflinching portrayal of the human condition and its celebration of the strength and resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. It serves as a portrait of a young woman reclaiming her life, one painful step at a time, and ultimately finding the courage to build a future free from the shadows of her past.